Good morning, children, and welcome. Well, I hope you all are at home and are safe. Stay home, stay happy, stay healthy. Now, today we have all assembled over here because we are going to learn few things. And as because the school is shut down, we will continue it in this video. Now, today the lesson that I have taken up is known tenses. Now, all of you have a little bit, or most of you have a lot of ideas about what is a tense and what are the kinds of tenses, how does a tense function, and all those things. But today in this lesson we are going to recapitulate all that you know and will let you know a few extra things that will help you people in conversing as well as writing in proper grammatical way without any grammatical errors. So let's start with today's lesson. But also, because tense is a huge chapter and it cannot be covered in a one single video, I have decided to make three parts. First will be obviously the present tense, next will be the past tense, and the third video will be for the it will be made of future tense. So let us start with our first lesson, that is present tense. Okay, so before we get into the lesson, here's a chart showing all the different kind of tenses. Now look at the chart. You can see there are three times known as present, past and future, and there are four different aspects of the three times, namely simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Now these times and these aspects combine together to make all of the 12 tenses known in English. Now we are going to discuss all these tenses but break by break. That means in the first video only we will be discussing and this video itself, I would say, we will be discussing only about the time, that is present time, along with the four aspects of present times, which makes it simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Now, moving on to the first kind of tense known as simple present tense. Now, to form a simple present tense, we need a structure. The structure of a simple present tense is subject plus verb. Verb should be in the V1 form and the object. Now, what is this V1 form of the verb? The V1 form of the verb is known as the base form of the verb. Now, as you all know, a verb changes its form in the past tense and in the past participle form. So V1 is the present form of the verb, that is the base form of the verb. Now where do we use simple present tense? We use simple present tense in telling us about habits, daily habits or daily routine, or it can also state facts. Now, the stating of facts can be about stating facts about humans, or it can be stating facts about some earthly events. Now, let us look at the examples. I drink coffee every morning and Kathy works as a teacher. Now, these two examples are of simple present tense. Now, look at the first example. I drink coffee every morning. This is telling us about a habit that I do, or this is my daily routine. And the second kind or the second example, Kathy works as a teacher, it states us a fact that Kathy is a teacher. Now you may ask a question that both the verbs are having two different forms, that is drink and work. One is having S and another one is having is not having an S. Now why is this? Now see children, the chart below you, or the chart just below this simple present tense shows us when we have to use the verb with an S and when we have to use it without an S. Now when the verb is I, you, we or they, we do not use S. But whereas when the verb is he, she or it, we add S to the verb. Now in the second example, Kathy, we can take Kathy as she. So that is why Kathy is having works and I is not having an S. So I hope that simple present tense is clear to you people. Let us now move on to the another tense known as the present continuous tense. Now look at the structure of a present continuous tense. The present continuous tense, the structure is subject plus it will have am, is, are. It depends when we will have am, when we will have is, or when we will have are. Then we will have verb along with ing. So as because this is a continuous tense, we will have ing form of verbs and the object. Now see, when we were going to have am, when we are going to have is, and when we are going to have are. When the subject is first person I, the be verb will be am. When the person is second person, that is he, she or it, the be verb will be is. And when there is third person, you, we or they, the be verb will be are. So am, is and are known as be verbs. Now look at the usage, that where are the things or where are the ways, in which way we can apply present continuous tense. Now present continuous tense is applied when it is used when the actions that happens now, it talks about a temporary activity, or when a change is taking place at the moment. Now look at the examples. I'm drinking coffee right now. I am drinking coffee right now is telling about an action that is happening at the moment. Next example, Arun is learning to play guitar. It's talking about a temporary activity. Now Arun may anytime in the future can stop learning the guitar. And the third, the price of crude oil is falling rapidly, is talking about a change that is taking place right now. Now in future the price of crude oil may increase. About that we are not sure. So these are the three ways, or these are the three kinds of the three examples about the three usages of the present continuous tense. Now we will learn about the third category, which is known as the present perfect tense. Now see, the form of a present perfect tense is subject plus has or have plus V. Now in every kind of perfect tense, whether it is present perfect, whether it is past perfect, or whether it is future perfect, we will use the V3 form of the verb. Now V3 form is the past participle form of the verb. If you look in the net, you will find ample of examples of the irregular verbs where V1, V2, V3 is given. I would request you children to go through the net once to know about the different kinds of irregular verbs. And then we will add it with an object. Now see, when the subject is I, you, we or they, we will use the be verb have. Now have or has is also another kind of a be verb, remember. Or basically it is known as have verb. Rather I will call it as have verb. Now in the next kind, when the subject is he, she or it, the verb will be has, and then the V3 will be there. Now look at the usage where present perfect is used. Present perfect is used when we talk about an experience or about a recent action or event. Now, the first example, I have taught English to many students. It talks about my experience, an experience which has not yet ended. And when we look at the second example, I have finished my homework. It talks about the action that has completed. Now, I have finished my homework. It can be 5 seconds early. It can be before 1 hour. It can be before 5 minutes. So, we are not certain that when I have finished my homework. And in this, I have taught English to many students. This experience of mine is still continuing. So, present perfect tense is it talks about experiences or recent events or actions. Moving on, we have the fourth kind, that is known as present perfect continuous. The formation of present perfect continuous is subject plus has been or have been plus verb along with ing plus the object. Now we use have been when we use subjects like I, you, we, they, and we use has been when we talk about subjects like he, she or it. And we use present perfect continuous in talking about actions that started in the past and is still continuing. See, look at the examples. It will become clear to you people. I have been waiting to see the doctor for 2 hours and he has been playing tennis since he was a child. In the first example, I have been waiting to see the doctor for 2 hours. Now, this waiting to To visit the doctor for 2 hours means I have come before 2 hours and I'm still at the present moment waiting to see the doctor. So this talks about an action that I have already started in the past, but the end is still not received. Okay, so we have not yet come to an end. It's still continuing. Same case. He started learning tennis when he was a child, but till now he is learning or he is playing tennis, so there is no end. So there is a start, but there is no end, and the start has also started before whose action it is still continuing at the present moment. Now children, remember one thing: you cannot say I am waiting to see the doctor for 2 hours or he is playing tennis since he was a child. If you say these, it is incorrect, because when we mention the amount of time, such as like we say for or we say since, we cannot use only the continuous. We have to use present perfect continuous. So children, I hope you have enjoyed today's video, and please go through this video until and unless the whole idea of the present tense is clear to you. Now along with this video, I will be sending a task which you need to complete and show me after we meet. Yeah. So but till now, bye bye, and let's meet again in the next video, which will be about past tense. So get ready for the next video of past tense. Till then, stay home, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye.